Okay, today we're talking about how to recreate your SP and get them quickly. And SP just means specific person, and it just means I'm just today talking about people that you've known for a long time, like not someone that you are gonna meet for the first time, right? This is just regarding people you have a story with already, right? Like could be your like a sibling, it could be your boss, it could be like, you know, a love interest, someone that you have had a long history with. Okay, so these are the 3 steps to recreate that relationship quickly and easily. Okay, so and again, like if you're recreating or if you're just wanting a new relationship, or like you want a new friend, then this won't apply, because a new friend, a new relationship, a new boss, a new work situation is all going to be like just reflecting your self-concept, if that makes sense, right? So they would reflect your self-concept. So this is just primarily, this video is just for people you need to recreate that you've got a long held story with, that's been, you know, you've had a story about them for like a long time. Okay, so this is what you're going to do in that case. Okay, so number 1 is you're going to, first of all, no matter what, you have to work on your self-concept, which is your story about yourself. Okay, so like that's number 1, story about yourself. That's it. That's the most important thing. You're going to have to work on that. You're going to have to work on how you see, let's just use the example of relationship instead of like, you know, instead of like a boss or like a friend or whatever. Let's use the example of a relationship and recreating a love interest that you've had, you know, had relations with for a while, you know, and you've got a preconceived story, or like a story running about you and about them. Okay, so that's the example I'm going to use, and you've got to just recreate yourself in regards to all relationships and in regards to them. So 2 things about you, right? You're going to recreate how you see yourself just generally in relationships, and then how you see yourself with them in this specific relationship, but like recreating yourself in those 2 ways. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, so let's say you know, so you'd have to start, so I'll give examples, like you'd have to start with your own self-concept generally about relationships. Like let's say this person, I'll give you the example of this person, they are like flaky, or they're not like committed to you, and they want to like date others, or it's never been like, they've never asked you to marry them, and it's been like 6 years or something like that, right? Like let's say they're just, you don't know if they're ever going to commit to you, or like they think they don't want to commit, or maybe they even said to you they don't even want to get married or something, right? Or like there's something non-committal about the situation, you know, whatever it is. But let's give that example, and then in your self-concept you would have to be working on just the way you are always committed to, like everyone always wants to put a ring on it. You get men left, right and center that are trying to lock it in with you because you're like the bombest girl around, you know, like you've got it going on, you're amazing, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you've got all these qualities that every guy is trying to lock it down with you. And so it's just basically setting a baseline of like how you see yourself in relationships, and then the other part of step number 1 is just like literally in regards to them. So they want to lock it down with me, they are always thinking about me, they can't get me off their mind, they can't think of anyone else but me, they always want to commit to me. And so that goes hand in hand, like, you know, they work together, because it's like you're always committed to, everyone always wants to put a ring on it, and then he actually wants to put a ring on it too. Like he's been thinking about it. He no matter what he did with other people, with you he's different. You know, he wants to put a ring on it. He wants to make this a solid thing and want you forever. You know, he's now this committed type, right? So it's like working on you in regards to him, like he wants you now and only you. He's not like flaky, he's really now so, you know, dialed into you and everything. So that's number one. Okay, you're working on you in those two areas, like your general relationship concept and then with them concept. And the second thing is the story of them, right? So you want to change the story of who they are, like basically how they show up for you, what they've done. Like, let's say they've done all this crap in the past, like they've been flaky, they didn't show up for you, they didn't go, they would like tell you they were going to go somewhere with you and then like not show up and just have excuses and not be the guy you wanted them to be. So you literally have to recreate the story of them. Like, they are so loving, they've always doted on me, they always take me amazing places, they never cancel on me, they wouldn't dare like dream of canceling ever on me because I'm like their number one, so literally recreating the story of them, like they've always done the stuff that you want, right? And you literally have to change the entire story. And if you need to revise in there, you're going to have to use revision, whatever you need to do to change the story of them. Okay, so it's literally the number one is like story of you in those two ways, and then story of them. Okay, and then the third step is possibly the most important, but the third step is literally to just not waver and like to not care about 3D, like literally don't pay any attention to the 3D, so that you're just focusing on the first two steps, right? If you just solidify the first two steps by not paying attention to anything that's going on, like you literally have to be so solid in this like new delusion that you're creating, this new fabrication that you're making up, which can seem like unreal to you at first, but will get easier and easier to believe the more you impress it, right? Because you're just really reprogramming your mind to think these new thoughts. So you literally have to just keep going and like never like succumb to the 3D, right? You just want to use your 4D as evidence and just stick to the 4D, be in your mind about it, and just keep repeating whatever it is. And you may have to write it out once, even if you don't like scripting, if you, let's say you just like affirming, that's totally fine, but you might have to write it out once just to get it in your head, like so that it's solid. And like there's something about writing it out that makes things kind of solid, right? Like it's not just an idea in your head, it's really just like on the page. And I think that can be very helpful for people as well. So this should be like a quick way of doing it. If you can stick to this is I guarantee this is like literally the fastest way to do this. It's so basic. There's no tricks here. I'm not like teaching tricks. It's literally like this is the only, in my eyes, it's the only way to do it, and like the quickest, easiest way. Okay, so you literally have to change the story of you, change the story of them, and then literally stick to it like white on rice. Okay, like literally, like there's no other thing. You have to just be so steadfast and not even care what shows up. Like, nope, I don't care. Like, be so confident. And the thing that will help you be confident is if you've worked on your general self-concept, right? I've talked about that in other videos, but like working on your general self-concept will make you be able to be more solid in the two new stories you're telling, the story about you and the story about them. Like, and then obviously the third step is stick to those stories. Do not waver. Do not let any previous evidence interfere at all. Just stick to those two stories of you and them. Okay. All right. So I know that helped. Please like if you loved it, and thumbs up. And anyway, I gotta go, but we'll see you next time, guys. Oh yeah, also I have coaching down below, so if anyone needs coaching. Okay, bye.